Now, my last video, I just mentioned Hungary. And I mentioned I did a little parody a little while back, not too long ago. I'm going to Hungary, where they don't have the GMO foods, and they threw Monsanto out on their face. I gotta tell you something. Hungary is really starting to look very good right now. Here's another bit of amazing news from Hungary from just a few days ago. International Monetary Fund told to vacate the country. Nation now issuing debt-free money. What? Hungary is making history of the first order. The Prime Minister Viktor Orban promised to serve justice on his socialist predecessors who sold the nation's people into unending debt slavery under the lash of the International Monetary Fund, the IMF, and the terrorist state of Israel. Those earlier administrations were riddled with Israelis in high places, to the fury of the masses who finally elected Orban Fidesz party in response. According to a report on a website known as the National Journal from Germany, Orban has now moved to unseat the usurers from their throne. The popular nationalistic prime minister told the IMF that Hungary neither wants nor needs further assistance from that proxy of the Rothschild-owned Federal Reserve Bank. No longer will Hungarians be forced to pay usurious interest rates to private, unaccountable central bankers. Not only that, this is with Hungary. This guy declared Hungary enjoys the trust of investors. The economic ministry announced that it has, thanks to a disciplined budget policy, repaid on August 12th this year the remaining $2.2 billion owed to the IMF well before the March 2014 due date. And this Orban guy declared that Hungary enjoys the trust of its investors, by which is not meant the IMF, the Fed, or any other tentacle of the Rothschild financial empire. I could have swore they were going after someone criminally. The bankers. Here it is. With Hungary now free from the shackles of servitude to debt slavers, it is no wonder that the president of the Hungarian Central Bank, operated by the government for the public welfare and not private enrichment, has demanded that the IMF close its offices in that ancient European land. In addition, the state attorney general, echoing Iceland's, you remember Iceland, efforts, has brought charges against the last three previous prime ministers. That's like their president. The last three of them, charges are going to be filed because of the criminal amount of debt into which they plunged the nation. I have got to root and clap for Hungary and Iceland. This is the kind of change we need everywhere. But since we, America, are the ones doing all this, the guys in charge of our country, we have the IMF headquarters like here in America, if you follow me. We're going to have a lot to deal with. It's going to be real difficult to overthrow these, not overthrow, but throw these guys out. You can't vote them out. You've seen what voting does. John Kerry or George Bush. John McCain or Obama. Really? And then after whoever wins, you look back at all the bills they want passed, and the other guy, the opponent, he's right there with them. Yeah, I'll pass that. I'll sign off on that one. I thought you guys were arch nemesis, man. You're a Republican. He's a Democrat. What's all this buddy talk, huh? So you can't vote him out over here in America. So we got a lot to deal with. Take care.